Great. Awesome. Love that. What else? Burning. Okay, what can you connect to burning to help you understand what the word means to let you know that it's something?
Is academic vocabulary really that important? Academic vocabulary is the type of vocabulary that is found in most academic books. Tier 3 words are those domain-specific or content-specific words. Those are the words such as hyperbole or mononucleosis. Is that a word? Academic vocabulary, the words that separate our social everyday language from the words that we would see when we're taking assessments, words that are high frequency, found across all content areas, and they don't go away. They're usually on those higher stakes assessments that don't go away.
There's some words that are on the test. They're really long words and I don't really understand them.
So here's some food for thought. 85% of student achievement is based on academic vocabulary acquisition. By high school, there's a 10,000 word gap across student populations, and that number may be a little bit bigger since that study was over 5 years ago. So you could be knocking it out of the park instructionally, and your students may even get a good grasp on the content. However, when faced with questions filled with unfamiliar academic vocabulary, this will inhibit their ability to even understand what the question's asking them, much less get the question correct.
Because most of the questions I had were unknown words, which are very hard to read.
So again, I ask, is academic vocabulary really that important? Try this. In guided discourse, provide academic conversation starters, sentence frames that have been deliberately prepared and planned in advance with academic language. This would apply in any classroom. In math, your conversation starter may be the most efficient strategy would be to in science. According to my observation, I predict in the ELA class when the author states, my conclusion is, or the conclusion I would draw is, to practice conversation starters in class, cover the key portions of a text or the content with your students, have them use the academic conversation starter to generate their ideas or to formulate their thoughts, perhaps in writing, and then signal for your students to use the academic conversation starters that you prepared. Be sure to give each student a specific amount of time to turn and talk to each other using the academic conversation starter. For example, take turns to talk, partner A. Partner A would then respond using the academic conversation starter. Be sure that you're about the room, not just to manage behavior, but in order that you can collect real-time data, perhaps on a clipboard or your iPad, as you listen to the students have these conversations using academic language.
We interrupt this message for an important micro lesson.
What's the difference between academic vocabulary and regular vocabulary? Vocabulary is divided into 3 tiers. Tier 1 words are used in everyday speech, learned in the early grades. Tier 2 words are academic words. It's academic vocabulary, which is used across all content areas and text types, such as informational text, literary text, and technical. Academic vocabulary is often referred to as high utility vocabulary because mastery level assessments such as the ACT and the SAT are heavily laden with academic vocabulary words, especially within the question. Tier 3 words are domain-specific words, words that are specifically tied to a content or subject area.
Grow, building my vocabulary.